John Lithgow doesn't age, right?
No, he's looked exactly the same since he was on the Twilight Zone movie.
I was gonna say since he was on Buckaroo Banzai.
I was gonna say since what was the Bigfoot movie he was in?
Harry and the Hendersons.
Harry and the Hendersons.
Oh, great pull! Great pull. You know what? We've already started recording. Let me just hit the music. Here we go.
I love Harry and the Hendersons.
Of course, we were talking
so
about
sad when he tried to make him go away.
John Lithgow right there. But now we're talking Conclave. It was released on October 25th, 2024. I got 7 statements here. The guys here are going to have to guess whether or not it is fact or it is fiction. And it's really based on the reality of an actual conclave versus what they did in the movie. So, I don't think either of you have actually seen the movie, have you?
No, but I was going to say, why do Lithgow and Tucci look like they're just disappointed at us? Like they're looking at us and judging us.
Because they're
Catholic.
Yeah, they know our
Catholic,
sins, and they're judging us through the screen.
All right. Well, number one, fact
Forgive
or
me,
fiction. Number one, fact or fiction. The Camerlengo breaks the Pope's ring after his death. Land, fact or fiction?
That sounds like something they would do. I'd say fact.
Frank?
I'm going to go fiction just for fun.
And Lan gets the point. That is a fact. The film accurately shows the Camerlengo Cardinal Tremblay, played by John Lithgow, destroying the Ring of the Fisherman, a traditional act that symbolizes the end of the late Pope's authority. It's a real Vatican ritual to prevent forgery of papal documents after his death. The real-life Camerlengo is Cardinal Kevin Joseph Farrell. He was appointed to the role by Pope Francis in 2019. That, of course, would be this gentleman right here, standing next to Pope Francis. Next up, fact or fiction. Fact or fiction. A cardinal appointed in... Hold on, let me start that one over. Because the way that I wrote this one, it's a little iffy here. Fact or fiction. A cardinal appointed in pectore, meaning in secret, can vote in the conclave. Frank, fact or fiction?
Fiction.
Lan, fact or fiction?
I'm going to say fiction too, because he's secret.
Yeah, you both get the point. So this is a major plot point, spoiler alert here, for the movie Conclave. The film shows Cardinal Benitez, who was secretly appointed participating in the conclave, but in reality, an in pectore cardinal must be publicly named before the Pope's death to be eligible. If not, the title dies with the Pope.
Were they in like a battle royale just then? They're all dusty. Looks like he got blood on his forehead.
Spoiler alert, there's a terrorist attack in the middle of the movie.
There you go. Good call,
Is that
me.
the woman?
What's that?
Is that the he-she?
Spoiler alert, yes. I'm assuming if anybody has actually, if they're watching this video, they have seen Conclave, and that's kind of it's one of the whole things is that they end up electing him to the papacy, and they find out that he was actually born with also like a uterus. So he had a surgery scheduled. He ended up backing out because he believed that that's how God made him, and then spoiler alert, he becomes the Pope. Fact or fiction? Here we go. Fact or fiction? The conclave takes place in the Sistine Chapel, and the cardinals are locked in until they choose a pope. Lan, fact or fiction?
Fact.
Frank, fact or fiction?
No, it's fiction. God damn it.
Did you need to change your picture, or are you still good?
Frank, fact or fiction?
Fiction.
Lan said fact, right?
Yeah.
There's your Sistine Chapel. Lan gets the point. That is a fact, my good friend. This is accurate. The cardinals are sequestered in the Sistine Chapel and adjoining rooms, completely cut off from the outside world. The process ensures secrecy and tradition, just like in the movie. Now, I did a short about the real-life conclave and how it was back in the 1200s. There was a conclave that actually took almost 3 years.
Wow.
And it got to the point where local officials actually locked them in they actually locked them in the room, and they took the roof off, essentially forcing the cardinals to get off their ass and elect a new pope.
They should make that into a movie.
To say, by the way, the Ninja Turtle Michelangelo painted that roof.
There you go, which is amazing because he did it with 3 fingers. Next up, fact or fiction. The voting process requires a 2/3 majority. Frank, fact or fiction?
Man, I'm trying to remember the last time the Pope died, what the rules of this game was, because when was that, 15 years ago?
2013, I believe.
Was it 2013?
Yep.
I think it's supposed to be unanimous. I'm going to go fiction.
All right, Lan, fact or fiction?
I will say fact.
Lan, running away with it. It's that
Catholic classes are starting to pay off, Mom.
That Catholic upbringing. There you go. So yes, the film gets it right. 2/3 of the votes are needed to elect a pope, no matter how many rounds it takes. If the vote is inconclusive, they burn the ballots, vote again, up to 4 times a day they can vote.
There you go. God. Smoke from the chimney.
Next up, here we go. Fact or fiction, cardinals are allowed to use phones or talk to the outside world during conclave. Lan, fact or fiction?
Fiction.
Frank, fact or fiction?
Yeah, that's fiction.
Yep, you both get the point. Yeah, the movie bends the truth here a little bit. There is no communication allowed during the conclave. Phones, internet, media access, all of it's banned. The Vatican even uses signal jamming technology and severe penalties for breaking secrecy. There's one aspect.
I remember CNN doing that.
There's one aspect that they discuss in the movie where they're actually covering up windows because they talk about how people from the outside will actually read the like they'll send a laser that will sense the vibration, so then they can translate what's being said within the building.
Remember when Tom Cruise broke in and had to get to the secret thing so he could stop the world from being hit by a terrorist with a nuclear weapon?
No.
Fact.
Random. Next up, fact or fiction? Cardinals can bribe each other for votes during the conclave. Frank, fact or fiction?
Cardinals can what now?
Can bribe each other for votes during the conclave.
Oh man, it sounds something like sneaky enough that a Catholic would do that. Even if it's supposed to be high and mighty. Yeah, let's go fact.
Lan, fact or fiction? Uh-oh, we lost Lan. He's talking.
Foot pedal?
Uh-oh, we lost Lan. Where's his microphone? What'd you do? Oh, we blasphemed the Lord.
It's going after Alan.
Yeah, it's going after Lan.
Hey, there he is.
There you go.
What happened?
I don't know. We couldn't hear you.
They smited your voice.
Yeah, dude.
Fact I made a joke about altar boys, and now it's gone.
So, fact or fiction? Cardinals can bribe each other for votes during the conclave.
Fiction.
Yeah, Lan gets the point. Conclave implies political deals and backroom bribes, meaning the movie does. But in reality, vote trading and bribery are forbidden by papal law. Violations can be led to automatic excommunication. The process is intended to be spiritual, not transactional, which, of course, I would say take that with a gigantic grain of salt, because just because they're not allowed to do something doesn't mean that they don't do it. But you never know.
What are you talking about? The Vatican doesn't do shady crap.
Yeah, no, they don't do anything. All right, here we go. Next one. Final one. Fact or fiction? The world knows when a pope has been chosen thanks to the colored smoke. Lan, fact or fiction?
Fact.
Frank, fact or fiction?
That's fact. CNN loves to sit there and just cover it.
You are correct. Yes, the film gets this right. Black smoke means no decision. White smoke means habemus. It's a lot of Latin in this one, man.
They're racist.
Habemus Papam, meaning we have a pope. The smoke is made using chemicals to be visible in Vatican City sky, and it's a tradition that's been followed for centuries.